welcome back in. It is Spence and Serge, and the bedrock of this show is Colegio football, is college football, and the Indiana Hoosiers 16-0. Serge, I never thought that a team in this in this iteration of college football could ever be an undefeated 16-0.
College football, you gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. What a great national championship game. That was awesome.
Can you give me some Lou Holtz, or do you have Corso in
awesome.
you? Do you have Lou Holtz in you?
Let me try. That game was awesome, man. Nah, I don't think I got Lou Holtz.
You started it pretty good.
Anyway, yeah, I did start it good, but then I lost it. But I gotta practice.
It's just tremendous what they're able to do against the Miami Hurricanes. So the game was really close.
The game was really close.
The game was actually really good.
It was exactly what we thought it was going to be. Shame on you, linesmen, giving them an 8-point. Like, that was so many points you were giving Indiana. Have some respect for the Miami Dolphins. It was played in Miami Dolphins Stadium, but have some respect for the Hurricanes. Have some respect for Michael Irving and whipping that Gatorade cooler. Yeah. Put some respect on that belt.
And that belt, yeah.
Anyway, this was the pinnacle of underdog magic. Like, first of all, the story about the Indiana Hoosiers, the whole Cignetti thing, culminating in that grandiose, like, that couldn't have been more of a storybook ending. And for all of you Friday Night Light fans, don't tell me you didn't see a little bit of Mendoza from looking back at that film. That run that Mendoza has.
What do you mean, Friday Night Lights, the movie?
If you watch Friday Night,
the TV show or the movie?
No, the movie. If you're watching the movie,
I like the TV show better.
I mean, I like both. I watch either one, but
okay.
At the end of that game, just like at the end of Friday Night Lights, he's reaching for the goal line. The only difference is Mendoza, got him.
What happened in Friday Night Lights, the movie?
He came up short.
With Billy Bob?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. It's not like Matt Saracen.
They lost.
How about Matt Saracen?
Matt Saracen's from the show. The show has its own
Saracen
narrative.
also reached the cross.
He does.
It reminded me of Elway, the helicopter.
Yeah, it did kind of, except for that was just like and I saw somewhere online, one of the greatest videos, if you ever happen to find it online, if our producer can find it for you, maybe he'll link it, but if you don't, do some research for it. Somebody made an edit by Fernando, by ABBA, right? And in the song, it says, there was something in the air, and it's Fernando reaching over going airport. It was so awesome, and it just shows, like, what a perfect story. You'll go to Cal, the person that almost ends your season from an injury standpoint was the same person that couldn't deny you on the goal line. The same player.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was the game where I stayed up late, where Cam Ward hit Xavier Restrepo, the comeback.
Yeah.
I remember that in Cal.
Mendoza got
couldn't
murdered
beat Cam
in that
Ward.
game, right?
He couldn't beat Cam Ward.
He couldn't beat him.
And the same school that rejected him from Christopher Columbus High School
couldn't take him as a walk-on.
Our boy Mario Cristobal. Right?
He finally got revenge. He's from Miami. The game's in Miami.
They passed on him.
What more could you want?
D'Angelo Pons from Miami too.
Oh man, that was
tremendous.
That was special.
The 4th and 5. I'm like, what are you doing? Calling the timeout, and then they decide to go for it. Just magical. Let's give credit to Miami. I actually thought Indiana was going to absolutely destroy this Miami team. So I'll give you credit that you believed in the Canes. It was 10-0. They tried the field goal at half. Really, the game changed when Mark Fletcher popped that run. He popped it along the right-hand side 60 yards. I thought Indiana in this game played their B to B- game.
Yeah, I still don't think it was their best game.
I don't think it was their best. Surratt dropped that pass.
There was so many blown calls in that game where Miami was getting away with murder. How about the late hit on Mendoza on the read option?
Tons of holds throughout.
Oh my God.
But also Surratt drops the pass. They also have the false start.
It almost seemed like that was like a movie type thing where like they kind of kept them in it. You got the second down. You got 17. A perfect situation to clock out the game because you can waste more time with it after you get the first down.
I thought Carson Beck balled out. I thought he hit Tony. I thought that he really balled out. Shannon Dawson was cooking in that game in the second half. They had Indiana on their heels. They outgained Indiana. Tony was that good. The Miami defense was right there, and they had an opportunity to go out there and win the game. I thought that the difference was Charlie Becker, Charlie football. The way he contorts his body to catch those back shoulders How hard is that? You have to be so flexible, probably, to catch the ball and land on your backside without hurting yourself.
Mm-hmm. Charlie Becker seems to play like a combination of like Randy Moss, Jerry Rice when you need him to. Like, it's actually amazing how many great plays that guy's made. But it also goes to show you the camaraderie and like the continuity that him and Mendoza have. Like, those are timing, practice, like almost like backyard plays. Like, they were amazing, but they lived and died off of, we're going to win, like what we do right. We're going to continue doing what we know how to do here. We're going to play our game. They didn't try to like reinvent the wheel here. They even ran the ball on like 3rd and long just to knowing that they're going to go for it on 4th down. Like, they played such a perfect, I would say, in the moments when it mattered.
Offense?
Well, just all, like,
I love how they stay
phases.
Connected to running the football. They don't put Mendoza throwing it 30 times.
They play the best way to play football, which is make the other team beat you. Make them earn that win. When the game got tough, they put the ball in the hands of the player who matters the most. Mendoza, make the right decision. Whether it be a good play or that run at the end of the game.
Except, 3rd and 5, you have a chance to win it, and they call a draw play. That allows Miami to remember to have the football back at the end.
That is true.
I didn't like that play. I thought they were even going to go for the win.
I thought that they were. Cignetti even said himself, he was like, it took a little while for us to decide whether
to kick a field goal.
Yeah, kick that field goal. And also, they were also in a different situation because of the way they managed the clock on that touchdown drive. They were down to 1 timeout, so like you don't really have a lot of weight because Cignetti really loves to like. He doesn't care. This is back to what we were saying about, like, doesn't matter if the other team knows what you're going to be doing. They still got to beat them. Like, you still got to stop what the other team does. Cignetti is such an old school coach where he'd rather make sure my team is on the perfect page. I will burn a timeout on 4th down, right? Yeah. Just so that way we can make sure that we had the right play call in to convert this. Because he went for the jugular on those 4th downs.
He did.
He knew Miami is very explosive, which we all knew that, right? But what did it come down to, which is exactly what everybody hopes it comes down to, is you want the game won where they got to beat you. Carson Beck, he waited and called that last timeout.
That's what I was going to say.
Down.
Brilliant timeout.
Brilliant.
To settle everybody down.
They were coming out and called a timeout and said, let's just trick them. He said, let's get him.
And what was it? Was it cover 2?
So what he did was he had a single high. Well, it wasn't single high safety. It was 2 high. But he had the safety shifted over a little bit on the hash. So that way Carson Beck had a pre-snap read to think, all right, this is going to be one-on-one with single high safety. So he threw the ball thinking, I'm going to get one-on-one single high safety. The difference was they ran a cover 2. They did a little bit of like a roll coverage.
Where was the safety? Safety was all the way on the other side or in the middle?
I mean, to be quite frank with you, he was still over a little bit onto the boundary, but the way that you know about it is you go hash to hash, and he was inside of that hash. So in college, the hashes are really, really wide. Yes. So the idea, smaller ball, everything like that, you can fit that in college. And you only need 1 foot in bounds, so you have way more wiggle room. So when he saw that safety, his pre-snap reads, he already predetermined it. He didn't even bother going through his progression. He just saw what he wanted to see, which is what Cignetti knew about him, right? They scouted.
Planted the trap.
Planted the trap.
Great Cignetti,
play.
For being an older guy, he is very. Sometimes these coaches that win a lot, that are older, they get used to their way of how things are executed, but he's very forward-thinking and analytical. And he'll go for it on those 4th downs.
Oh, yeah.
And he is not stubborn. He will trust his defensive and offensive coordinators, and they run the ball physically. They are a physical football team. I'm really happy Indiana won, because if Indiana lost, there would always be that caveat. It's a great story, but they didn't finish the job. They would be like the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
And now for Sig to finally win, it truly shows that right now he's up there with Kirby as being the best coach in college football. It cements him as a college football Hall of Famer. He would have been anyway. But the fact is, Serge, Mendoza is magic. And the point is with Indiana is it's so hard to win a national championship. I think the over-under for Sig at Indiana, if he coaches there another 7 years, is maybe 1 more natty. So I think this was critical for them to win. I like Miami, but I was very relieved that Indiana completed this whole job because their team was the best football team all year.
Yeah, I believe that they proved it. And it's funny that we all look back at this in the undefeated season, all predicated on a toe. A toe by Omar Cooper against Penn State.
Penn State.
Crazy. that was their toughest battle all year.
Or Iowa.
Both games, but
It's because Penn State, too, like the lines of scrimmages of Miami were just even better than Oregon.
Yeah.
And that's something that's very interesting to think about, is that Oregon was very far away.
Yeah, ultimately it's actually, that's the broader aspect of this. Ultimately what this showed is that like that Cignetti bravado, it proved, that like screw the doubters, screw the haters. He built via the portal. The Mendoza transfer, all the JMU guys being holdovers, basically just showed you the new way that you can win in any program if you just commit, find the right guys, your guys. Sure, they're not the biggest flashy guys. They have 4 stars on the team, 0 5 stars. It just goes to show you that those star ratings, Nick Saban said it best. Damian Harris was a 5-star, but Josh Jacobs was a 0-star. Damian Harris is out of the league, and Josh Jacobs is now.
Did he? I don't know if Saban said that.
No, he did say that. He said that during the
because that's a shade at Damian Harris. He has a tight relationship.
It is, but he was saying that he won with Damian Harris. He won games with all those guys.
Josh Jacobs had a remarkable story from Tulsa. I think he was homeless, and
he was.
The point is, though, I think you still need talent, but it's great for the group of 5 because if you're a stud player at group of 5 or FCS,
you have a future.
You're going to have big-time future and big monetary future to gain.
If you ball, they will call.
They will find you. And really, it's the continuity, though, of this team. Like, I heard someone say it best. I like David Pollack, and he said that Indiana's going to, quote-unquote, have more talent. Like, they're getting Nick Martian from Michigan State. They have money now with Cuban to spend, Hoover. This was a team. So even though they might have guys that have more flexibility, more wiggle to them, they'll have talented wide receivers. The way that this group clicked on offense, the way they understood the schemes, it's going to be so hard to find another team like this.
It's going to be
That's
really
why I'm
hard.
So happy Indiana won. They were the best team.
It's hard, but I believe that Cignetti can sustain success, and it's shown with, we loved Josh Hoover at TCU. We thought that his roster and coaching staff kind of held him down. We don't deny his talent. But it's something to be said about you're going after Hoover versus look at Miami going after Duke's quarterback. Look at people trying to poach Arch. Look at everybody trying to, all the different quarterback conversations.
Sam Levitt.
Deuce Knight.
I never thought Mendoza would be this great. I thought of him at Cal. It's like, I think he's okay.
Yeah, I think that everybody.
I looked at his arm and I was like, he's fine.
Yep, and now he's on his way to becoming the consensus
and he grew. He's stronger now, and now I see him as being like a solid NFL quarterback. Yeah, really, like a Jared Goffian mobile quarterback.
Yeah, I think that he's got the work ethic. He said it himself. He doesn't have time for girls. He lives within a 3-minute walk of.
He said he would die for that.
I'm not going to give touchdown. I'm not going to give a sound bite repeat what he said
of describing the hit.
Remember, he said, yeah.
He said that he would get hit in multiple areas.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Yeah,
I know.
But very exciting
knew you'd
game.
be on that.
Congratulations, Indiana Hoosiers. Congratulations, Miami, also for bringing the U back. Quest for 6.
We might need that Sports Illustrated Mendoza picture. I just love it. What a storybook ending. College football, guys. Fun year. And Spence and Surge, we got in at the back part of this year. I'm so excited for 2026.
Yeah, this is not going to be all for us in college football, so stay tuned.
Oh, yeah.
It's not over. It's
no off season here. No off season.
No
Let's
off
go.
Season.
Spence and Surge.